Okay, good morning. So hello. This is our class for notes of the trigonometric functions. So you have a paper. This is the format you're going to use for your notes. So this is a mnemonic for you to remember and recall the trigonometric functions. So these are your trigonometric ratios. All right. Now remember, it is a format. The grade for this assignment is having all your notes. And remember my rule: everything I write, you write. So these are the trigonometric ratios, and we're talking about the sine, the cosine, and the tangent. I'm writing them like this because these are the abbreviations. And of course, we know that it's actually the complete words are actually sine. I'm just going to write them here and erase them, so you just have to keep these: sine, cosine, tangent. All right, those are the complete names. Now, let me erase this, go back to the way they were. Okay. So what does this thing over here has to do with this? This is a mnemonic. It sounds like, if you say it, SOHCAHTOA, it sounds like a Native American name, like Pocahontas or something like that. With a very full respect of the Native American names. Okay, so it's just a mnemonic. So this one right here, this S is for the sine, this C over here is for the cosine, and this T over here is for the tangent. So if you remember, we already did exercises about the tangent, and of course you know that the tangent is what? The opposite over the adjacent. So guess what? The O stands for opposite and the A stands for adjacent. But we're going to write the notes. Okay, so let me erase this. Okay, this is just what they're called, trigonometric ratios. So in your paper, you have this, okay, the three arrows. And you have one triangle on the left, okay? This is a right triangle. I'm going to label, I'm going to give names to the sides. This is angle A, angle B, angle C. And of course, if you see them as sides, this is side CA, this is side BC, and this is side BA. This is a right angle right here. Now, when we're working with the trigonometric ratios, the number one thing that you have to do is label everything, okay? Label. So before I start writing on this triangle, let's write down what is the meaning of this. Well, in order to understand the meaning of the H, I'm going to begin, sorry, I need to go back. The side that is across from the right angle, we call it what? The hypotenuse. And if we're going to be using angle A as a reference, I'm going to begin with sine over here. Sine of angle A. In reference to angle A, remember what I mentioned before? If you're standing right here and you're looking at a tree or a building over here, what is the name of this side? If you had laser eyes and you have rays, or you have a water gun and you're spraying to a wall that is in front of you, you're going to be hitting this wall, right? So how do we call it? Because it's across from you, this is the opposite. I'm going to use the abbreviations. This is the opposite. Now, which is the wall, sorry, that is right next to you? Right here, your next door, right here, next to you, we call it the adjacent, okay? So, this is the adjacent, Right now, let's work with the meaning of these. Let's begin with this one. This is the sine. The S stands for sine, and I'm going to be using angle A. Remember, this is just the name of the angle. What if the letter was not there? What if they don't give you letters? Maybe they give you a measure, sine of 36 degrees, okay? But right now, let's call it sine of A. The O stands for opposite. The H stands for hypotenuse, this one right here, okay? So this is your sine. Let me use another color for the cosine. Where is it? The cosine. The C stands for C of cosine, same angle. The A stands for adjacent. The H stands for hypotenuse. Okay? Now, so this is for the cosine. The tangent, we already covered the tangent. We already worked with ratios and solving, and we also did a scale check. This is T for tangent of an angle equals the O stands for opposite, and the A stands for adjacent. Okay? All right, so let's work with this triangle. This is the triangle that you have on the right. The sine of angle A is going to be what? Let me use the color. Is going to be what? The opposite over the hypotenuse. Remember? SOHCAHTOA. So it's SOH. And I'm going to use the names of the sides that we have right here. For angle A, what is the name of the opposite side? Is BC. Over the hypotenuse, what's the name of the hypotenuse? It's BA. All right. So now, in order for us to find the sine, the ratio sine for angle A in relation to angle A, I need numbers. All right. So now I'm going to give them numbers. I'm going to, this one measures 9, this one measures 12, and the hypotenuse measures 15. Okay? So these are the notes that you're doing in your paper. 9, 12, and 15. So now we just substitute. What is the measure of BC? It measures 9. What is the measure of BA? It measures 15. If we simplify this ratio, 9 over 15, both numbers, what is the common factor? A 3. If we divide the 9 by 3, you get 3. If you divide the 15 by 3, you get 5. So it means that, I hope it's not 2 in the bottom, the sine of angle A is 0.6. And this will be your answer. Okay? All right. I'm going to still stop the video right here because I'm going to move on to the other triangle and use it for the cosine because I don't want the video to be that long. And especially because this camera keeps shutting me off. All right. So let me continue with the other triangle on the next video. Well, you know what? No, let's continue. So I'm just going to erase this. I'm going to wait for the second video when we do the other examples. So you have your other triangle right here. It is a right triangle. It's A, B, C. Okay. Let's label the sides. We're going to be using angle A as a reference. Okay. So first of all, we know that this one is the hypotenuse because it's the side that is across the right angle. So this is the hypotenuse. I'm going to start using the abbreviations only, all right? Now, if I'm working with the angle A, what did we say? If you have a spray gun with water and you're shooting rays at this wall right here at this side, this is your opposite. And who's there right next to you? This one right here is your adjacent. Okay? All right. Okay, I hope this video doesn't stop. Now we're going to do the cosine. All right? Cosine of angle A. We're using A only as an example. Remember, it can be called P, Q, T. Maybe it doesn't have a letter. Maybe it has a measure. All right? So the cosine of angle A is what? I just want you to be writing to get used to, all right? Over the hypotenuse. So in relation to angle A, what side is the adjacent? Is this one right here. Sorry, this is a C. It's side CA over the hypotenuse, which is side BC. And what did we do on the other example? We gave them measures. This side measures 9, this side measures 12, and this one measures 15. This is actually a triple, a Pythagorean triple. I don't know if you remember those. So cosine of angle A. Now I'm going to substitute. I know the measure of side CA, and we know the measure of side BC. So CA measures 12, and BC measures. Oh, sorry, the hypotenuse is BA. My mistake. All right, BA measures 15. So this is just a ratio. It's a fraction. We have to simplify the fractions. We already worked with ratios at the beginning of the school year. What is the common factor for these two? 3, right? So 12 divided by 3 gives you 4. 15 divided by 3 gives you 5. So the cosine of angle A is 0.8. And that will be your cosine ratio for angle A right here. Okay? I am going to stop the video right now because we have the other examples in the bottom of the paper. All right?